come just sits bone distance apart or hip bone distance apart, the closer you go, the harder this gets. I'm going to pull the heels to the shoulders, shoulders to the heels. Sits bones stay heavy. And I'm going to find a tiny little lift in my pelvis. Notice if your pelvis wanted to tuck or did tuck. Can I keep my sits bones heavy and my kidneys heavy? And that alone, if you check in with your butt, should have changed the engagement in your glutes. Breathe it here, breathe into the glutes, find your feet, all 8 corners, all 4 corners heavy, especially the big toes, and then slowly lower the pelvis back down. We're not rolling through the spine here. We're just going to set it down. It's a little easier. We don't have to roll just yet. So heels to shoulders, shoulders to heels, slightly. Find the back body working, toning, shortening in a really good way. And then lift the pelvis up, sits bones heavy, kidneys heavy. My pants are almost still kind of touching the ground. There's not a major lift. I don't want to lift up and lift my ribs. I don't want to push through my chest. I'm going to need a visual. I'm going to lower my ribs down and lift my butt up. The heavier the ribs in the hammock, the harder work for your butt. Breathe it here and lower back down. We'll do this one more time. We're going to walk the feet really close together though. I'm going to keep your big toes touching. Heels are slightly apart. We're going to lift up by pulling. Sits bones stay dropped. Kidneys super heavy. Tiny lift. We're going to shift the pelvis to the right and shift the pelvis to the left. This is about a ½ an inch worth of movement, the most. So it's kind of just that typewriter feeling of side to side. There's no rotation in my pelvis. I'm not dipping one hip down or hiking one hip up. It's really just a side to side. Lateral shift, also we call this. And you might feel as you go to the left, my left butt has to work harder. And when you shift to the right, my right butt has to work harder. Can you keep dropping your kidneys? Shifting to the left, left foot, left butt works harder. Let's go to the right. Make sure your right big toe is really heavy and you're going to float your left foot off the ground. Maybe it's just your left heel, and maybe it's your whole left foot. Double check with the ribs. Did they just pop up? Maybe you can pull the arms and shoulders a little bit down into the ground and breathe. Work the whole right leg. Watch out for the knee. If the knee wants to go out to the right, bring it back to midline and send the hip a little bit more out to the right. Lower your left foot down, right next to the right foot. Shift your pelvis to the left if you can. If you need to take a break, take a break. Pull with your shoulders. Left hip goes out. Left knee stays in midline. Pick up your right foot and breathe. If your hamstrings are cramping here, that's a good thing. Send either lower down, send a breath in it, into them, and then lower the right foot down and lower your pelvis all the way down. And then straighten the legs for a moment. Check it out. See what that feels like. Maybe you feel a little bit more length on the floor, a little more suppleness of the body on the earth. A little more, I like to think more an indentation of my body in the rug or in the earth. Sinking into the beachy white sand of our arroyo in Santa Fe. It's not beachy and white, but yeah.